Game is 17 minutes long. We're watching Prophet. He's playing Scout. We're on Badlands. He says his team's first scrim, so we're gonna just try and go over the basics, the big issues here, boys and girls. Combo's going Valley. He's going right. One problem I have with that is just well, you want to make sure you're not looking only to the right. If you're moving towards the right and you're only looking at the walls, you won't get a lot of information sometimes. But this mid got in pretty deep, did some good damage. I think the only thing there is, like, after you kill the medic, if you can back up and like get a positioning or like heal advantage, then you're probably gonna win that mid. So like after killing the med, just like full committing, like, you know, it's an even trade, or it's better than even trade killing their medic, but sometimes you can just back up and take another smart fight. Alright. So you guys got a kill on Spire. You see the demo in front. Checking the flank is good. You see both scouts in front, so you know the flank is open. So you are going to go for the big flank, it looks like. Here you just want to coordinate and count down on these flanks. Goes for the medic first. Med's hit 80. Med's going to die. Gets out past the demo. And they don't cap Spire, so you guys should win this round, or at least get mid off this. Their demo got pushed into lobby. Alright. So I can't press tab, but you just killed medic demo. I think you guys picked a scout. Don't fight this guy until you know your teammates are with you. I wouldn't go... I also probably wouldn't try to jump on that alone, like, just straight into his face with the winger. I know you want to, like, contest it as fast as possible, but just jumping in a straight line at him, you're going to get meat shot and you're going to fall down and you're going to die. Why does your demo look laggy? I don't know. I have no idea, man. So you're the 3 up. You are going to get the cap. I would be pushing them right now, because you just killed both their scouts, or you killed like 2 of them. So those 3 that were in yard were like slightly overextended. One of the best ways to just repush Spire is like have your scout get on the point and all your other classes push up towards the choke point. And if people do try to get in and contest, you can just like start trapping off their exit, and they just get funneled in. Well, there you just ate a fat pipe. I don't know, nothing you could really do there, I guess, but... Oh, one thing I don't like about what just happened is you guys dropped 2 players, then Ubered late. Like, you're better off just Ubering early to not drop any players, and then, like, just have them run away, and but be, like, 5 up or 6 up or whatever. So here you're staking it all on a 1v1. Most likely you're just going to lose this round unless you go make a huge play right now. Like killing both scouts, that would be pretty big. You're actually buying a lot of good time right now. I wouldn't have recommitted to this fight though. After you killed that scout, I probably would have run up to bats, tried to escape, or like try to buy more time and like take some more shots at them just to sort of bait them into like chasing you. That way if they're chasing you, they're not pushing last. So after killing that first scout and still being full health, I would have tried to take them on a bit of a wild goose chase. Here you'd probably have time to set up a sentry. I would usually prefer having a sentry over a heavy, then maybe switching to heavy for the post Uber. Alright, you can see them up there with the heavy, with the Uber. If you guys don't have Uber yet, I would probably have backed up a little bit. What the hell is going on here? Oh, you just barely got Uber. But you had everyone give up the high ground. If you're going to drop someone to the high ground, you should probably just drop the heavy or maybe the soldier. Then maybe keep the heavy on the high ground, because then you'll have more health than their combo, and you will probably be able to win that fight after their Uber ends. But either way, you probably don't want everyone to drop to the ground, because giving up the high ground late in the Badlands last hold is a pretty bad idea. That's their easiest way of winning, is just controlling the high ground and spamming down on you with unreturned damage. So now you guys are trying to push out, but it looks like it's a bit too slow. No cap time, and they're all 6 up by now. So you probably won't be able to cap. Going sniper. You guys gotta pick. I would maybe switch off. 2 picks. You should be able to push out on 2 picks. You shouldn't stay sniper when you have 2 picks, though. Especially not when you're holding last, like, unless you're already forward. Because this is just delaying your Spire cap time, because you're not on scout. Sounds like they have a counter sniper. If your demo's doing good spam on Spire, I would just get a buff and try and, like, get on the point now. Now your teammates should be pushing up into them. You saw that soldier jump to the right, but you ignored him. I would have looked at that soldier, because sometimes if a soldier jumps towards Spire, you can just meat shot him down and get an easy kill. Also looks like you guys keep losing people to the trap on choke. I think you guys need to start training yourself to be more cautious going through choke, looking for that trap. Or maybe start sending people through house earlier. It looks like you're only sending people through choke. Oh man. I don't know how your medic ended up ahead of your demo. That was kind of silly. Like, you guys didn't really have numbers to chase there, so I don't know why you would even try to do that. But yeah, the easiest way to push in the middle is to get people to start distracting through valley or through house. Just putting everyone through choke is kind of asking to get spammed down. So you know they're going to have a slow Spire cap, so maybe you could set an off class up right now. I would go engineer probably, because that's just my off class of choice. But heavy works, I guess. Another tip for heavy is to just hold down M1 so you do as much damage as possible. Your demo kept asking for heavy. Another good one here would have been Pyro, actually. Holding last Badlands, since it's such a small choke point that they have to Uber through. If you tank a Pyro, he can waste their Uber really well. So I would opt for a Pyro if you have like a big disadvantage and you don't have a lot of time to set up a sentry.
Play ball. All right. I feel good.
So here, look, you didn't even look to the left. So you have no information on whether their scouts are in front or what. If you look across under the point, you can see their scouts crossing at the same time. If you only see one scout, then you'll be more aware that there could be a scout around the corner. You ran into 2 scouts. If you would have looked to the left and seen no scouts, then maybe you could be a little bit more prepared. I also think you might be going a bit too fast. Like, you're just holding W on mid. You're not slowing down at all. You're not coordinating with soldiers jumping or anything like that. So you're just way ahead of everyone else. There's no way for your teammates to even help you if they wanted to, because you're just committing to the first fight that you get in. So you have like 1 shot. Now you have to switch off. So this time you guys have a Pyro. I would have probably kept the Pyro. Tank the Pyro up front, and then have the heavy play on the left side or something like that. Another thing about your heavy is like you're super committed. You're not ever getting into spawn to switch off heavy, and you're just standing here while they're Ubered. You're lucky they're not like shooting you at all. I don't know why they aren't. They're not even shooting you, which is so weird. I would have focused you if I were that heavy or that combo. Heavy sitting in a spawn door is really effective because you can spam them and attract a lot of spam to yourself, but still switch off. Don't really need ×5 on Spire there. Probably would have been better to have like your soldier pushing up or your other scout. Like you could have pushed up since there's already good time on it, or you could have someone looking at resup, making sure drop down's covered. It didn't look like you had anyone at drop down. So they're all on train. Scout in house. That's a 2v1, so I would take that fight with your roamer. That was good. But you guys keep losing people to a trap and choke. Like, what the hell is going on? Do you guys not know the common trap spots? I have a feeling he's trapping up in the the roof or something. The little there's like these little corners up there that he can hide him in. But having one scout like peeking choke a little bit to find those traps is probably a good idea. That's the third time you've lost people in that choke point. Once again, you didn't look to the left at all. You're delaying a little bit this time. You hit the scout pretty hard. That's nice. Well done. I think your medic might have... Oh, your med lived. Alright. I would just go to him, man. It's risky standing next to that corner when there's like a soldier behind. He could have just shot one random spam rocket right at that corner and killed you. There you heard the rocket jumps. You should have been aware that there was a soldier in, but it looks like you saw this trail or whatever. So now you're getting on Spire. You see the scouts on it. I'd usually want to get a buff before committing to Spire the first time, because it is very common that they'll try and spam you or whatever. There you just died to a trap. All because you slipped off Spire in the first place. That was kind of weird. Like, you guys had 0 cap time, but you were already pushing into like their lobby, which didn't really make much sense. I think you guys should just try and slow it down a little bit. Just team up and guarantee the Spire cap first. You really like sniping and like taking really risky shots. Here, sniping was actually a good time. It's a good time to snipe, but what you should probably have done is just sit back like where you are right now, like on Grey Bridge or Bats. You don't want to be like running into house and like going for these forward sniper shots, because if they chase you, you're just gonna die. The point of being sniper right now is to force their Uber, which they do not do. I don't think shooting a scout was the right choice there when their medic was walking through. You are going to spawn in time for last. You guys have no soldiers watching lower left, which is kind of weird. Or I think he might have just shifted over. Okay, he did. This isn't like working. You're going heavy just to die, basically. So yeah, I think I've commented on the heavy enough, but basically you should be sitting back further in spawn. I would say if you're just sitting there to die, you might as well be an NG, like, because then they kill your sentry instead of you, and it's the same like amount of ammo wasted. So yeah, that was no good. There you just like, you didn't get any positioning. You could have climbed on the train, you could have jumped on the rocks, the hoodoos, you know, but you're just kind of like walking flat on the ground, and then the train was right next to you, so you had no vision of what was even going on. guy's so jittery. Never let go of M1. Yeah, you also shouldn't stop shooting as a heavy so that you don't get affected by the damage ramp up. But if you're trying to escape, then maybe not. Shooting the demo who's getting tanked when there's a soldier jumping you who would be a free like meat shot. So there you had bad target selection. The soldier is really the only one you could have realistically killed or denied there, and the demo was not even like killable. Say you kill that soldier, then maybe you drop down and get close range on the demo. But pistoling a demo who's getting pocketed, like he's never gonna die. So you guys are gonna try NG from now on? Alright, cool.
Alright, I feel good.
Alright, their sniper just died. I would probably peek a little bit off this, like go down lower main and see if I could get behind. Because if you can get behind here, unseen, keep in mind, then you can start a back cap, or you can jump up through drop down and get a force potentially with your team pressuring the front. But getting a pick and then having nothing happen off of it, you're just basically giving them infinite chances to try and kill you on last. You're committing to holding last, which is 1 point away from losing the round, so you might as well try and make something happen. You can afford to have someone peeking, you know? You can usually be pretty confident their combo's not going to push after they just lose one player, so just sitting here upper waiting for them to push into you is kind of a waste. Ooh, you got backstabbed and you didn't react at all to the spy. Like, the instant your med dies, you should probably kill the spy. You guys get a couple kills, but it doesn't matter, your med's dead. Alright. Oh, that's it, 4-0. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I think the biggest thing, since you guys were holding last, would just be the off-classing. The off-classing could use some work. Kitty. What else? What else for profit? Yeah, the mid timing a little bit was a bit off. Just like holding W, just like committing to every fight is a bit bad. You want to be like hitting someone, then switching targets to the next most like threatening target or most relevant or highest priority target. You don't want to just commit to every single fight and like hold W all the time. Other than that, I don't know, it was a quick game. You kind of got rolled. So hopefully you guys won't get rolled if you fix up your last holds. What else though? What else though for profit? I think retaking Spire was something you guys kind of struggled with as well. There was 2 points I think where you guys like messed it up because you either didn't push their combo out of choke like to fight them, or you sent people one at a time to get on Spire, and you should probably be like coordinating. If they have someone sitting on top of the point, you just want to coordinate and spam him together, then push him, not just like send one person straight like right at him, because a scout can easily deny a soldier jumping him or a scout winger jumping at him or whatever. But yeah, so basically the process you guys should be going through to push off of last, it's very hard on Badlands. Badlands is like one of the hardest to push out of. But basically, when you get a couple picks, you should all start moving forward, clear every exit, designate who pushes where. Like send your roamer lower left, send your combo up through like lower main or something, send a scout and demo maybe to drop down, and then have your scout jump on Spire while everyone else pushes forward. Then maybe have one of your scouts or your demo watching drop down for at least a few seconds of cap time, so you can be sure you won't be getting back capped. That's basically how you should do it. I know it sounds so simple, it's harder to execute, but that's what you guys should work on for the push out. And then yeah, I guess that's mostly it. Hopefully you can send me a demo next that's a little bit closer. Alright? So, thanks.